Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to Matthew Holmquist and Mildly Nuclear. Thanks for your support, guys. With special thanks to Mike Spark and Valinrook, who both helped sponsor the series. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Phoenix Point, as we continue exploring the world around us and get a better idea of just how bad things have really gotten. Now, obviously, I went ahead and picked up one of those two snipers we saw last time, so let's all welcome Mark Richards to the team, a familiar face in a slightly different setting. Hopefully, I can actually keep this one alive. He's a pretty standard sniper, with the Healer perk, the Cautious perk, and the Self-Defense Specialist perk, which is interesting because it really makes the handgun and PDW more viable. Though, obviously, it's not a big deal until we actually hit level 7. Anyway, welcome aboard, Mark. Now, let's see where we left off last time. Okay, so we've already encountered the Disciples, and obviously we've encountered Synedrion as well. But we haven't encountered New Jericho yet. I think our best bet here is to head north. They usually start all three factions within throwing distance of your starting base, so I think up here is probably our best bet.
Research complete.
Mindfragger Autopsy. Summary. Mindfraggers are bioweapons designed to control and possibly abduct human subjects. The creature's head detaches from the body during an attack, becoming permanently linked to its host. Fortunately, killing the attached creature will remove it safely, restoring the victim to a normal state of mind. Genetic origins: 22% arthropoid, 3% human, 75% unknown. Function: mind control. The precise mechanism of control is unknown. Reproduction: eggs from hatcheries in Pandoran colonies. Mobility: very fast, but unable to climb or jump high. Take the high ground. Weakness: easy to kill, very vulnerable to explosives. Once attached, dispatch it with a single-shot weapon in order to minimize damage to victims.
Mindfraggers. Funny how that crude name our soldiers came up with stuck. Appropriate, I suppose. These vile creatures personify everything that makes the Pandorans so despicable. They are designed to rob us of our will, of our humanity.
Thanks, guy. Gotta say, New Jericho's being awfully chatty for a faction we haven't even met yet. Nice, another scavenging site. You know the drill. Let's check the other nearby sites, then we'll loop back in the morning. Oh, we're still waiting on Mark's sniper rifle, too. I actually forgot about that. The Dreamers Awaken. Fort Shangxiang is a haven run by New Jericho, which means that normally things are quiet and under control. But right now, there is an emergency. A group of soldiers is on a killing spree. It began with strange dreams, voices heard in the night, a local doctor tells our operatives. I could not detect any physiological changes, and there were certainly no signs of infection, but their behavior simply cannot be explained by PTSD or similar conditions, which we at New Jericho are sadly quite familiar with. It's like something has driven them mad. If we stop these soldiers, New Jericho will undoubtedly be grateful to us. Alright, this is what we were looking for. It is still nighttime, but in this case, we're up against human opponents, so it is still an even playing field. We don't have to worry about them being able to see in the dark. Yeah, let's give it a shot. But what we don't want to do is head in there before Mark has his sniper rifle. We'll give it a couple more hours. It's a bit risky, but let's go check out this last node. Could be an ambush, though. Jonlin's Rest. Our operatives have set down outside what looks like a private estate. The perimeter fence has been forced and the security system destroyed. This place has been abandoned for years. Intriguing. Whoever lived here was making preparations for an apocalypse. There's a concrete bunker underneath the main part of the house. Inside, our operatives discover plenty of useful equipment and supplies. At the back, behind the house, there is a grave. The inscription reads, "Here lies General Jonathan Jonlin, warrior and hero to the end." Oh, okay. Nice. That's a reference to Laser Squad. I did hear they'd snuck something in. Anyway, we don't want to stray off too much farther, so let's head back to Fort Changjiang and we'll just wait for that rifle to be ready. Oh, actually, let's check that out. The Herald of Woe. Our operatives set down near an abandoned industrial complex. As the Manticore 1 lands, a man comes out of the building and starts waving at our operatives. He introduces himself as Dr. Peter Keene. He looks half-starved and feverish, staring at anyone who comes near with wide eyes. "I need you to take it. Take all of it. I need to shed the bonds of the past, the mortal concerns of machines. Take everything, please." Okay, well, we could obviously just take this guy's stuff, which would be the most prudent course of action. But I do feel like we should at least try to help the random people we encounter, even if we aren't planning on ultimately allying with the three main factions. Apprehending Dr. Keene is not easy. The man is unarmed, but quickly turns feral, biting and scratching at anyone who gets near. Eventually, he runs away. Our operatives enter the building he was in and find a cache of resources. Well, at least we tried. I'm guessing if we had just cooperated in the first place, we would have gotten the same reward, but without the stamina loss. Just goes to show that sometimes doing the right thing isn't the right thing to do. On the bright side, that does give us plenty of material to work with, though we are still limited by our low food count. All right, let's go take care of this new Jericho problem. Okay, so this is our first new Jericho map, though this is obviously a set-piece story map. They're obviously in this central building, but we don't really want to engage these guys at close range. They'll be equipped with medium armor and new Jericho Gauss rifles, so our best bet is to engage them from as far away as possible. Let's try the front gate here. Oh, okay. That might have been a mistake. We'll have to see what that guy does. In fact, let's see if we can distract him.
Double time.
What's our plan?
Okay. Nice. Looks like that worked.
Here we go. Take this.
Well, kind of. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Okay, first things first, I think Valen can actually take this guy out in a single shot. Yeah, that'll do it. Can't use an assault rifle with just one hand. Oh, and, looks like he's about to bleed out anyway. That just leaves these other three guys. Ah, shoot. I was really hoping he'd miss at that kind of range. Well, that's what I get for tempting fate. We'll have to, play this a little more cautiously, I think.
Five by 5. I'm going.
Nice. One less thing to worry about. Hopefully we can catch one of those last two guys with Overwatch.
On my way. Covering.
Overwatching.
And there he
My
goes.
turn. Opening fire.
Ow.
Out of my property.
Ooh, well that's no good. Ooh, looks like he dropped his rifle too. Alright, well, at this point I think it's just these two guys left, so
No choice but to keep going.
let's get Alois patched.
I just need to catch my breath.
And now, the trick is taking these guys out without drawing too much return fire. Let's see if our snipers can pick one of these guys off. That'll do it. Should be good to go. But just to be on the safe side, let's hedge our bets here. Nice. That gives us a chance to do a little looting. Getting our hands on that bulldog rifle early will be very helpful in the long run. Okay, so one of them got away. But that's just fine. We don't have to kill everyone.
Pushing on.
Just the guys who don't run away fast enough. Very nice. Took a few lumps there, but walked away with a very solid upgrade.
I had always assumed the Phoenix Project would return one day, even after Symes disappeared. It seems to be the defining pattern of your history. Fall, then rise again. I wonder if this points to an underlying weakness or an underlying strength. I suppose time will have to tell. Time and the choices you make. After all, you are not necessarily defined by what has come before. You can be whatever your will allows you to be. That is the essence of the human experience.
What happened to those soldiers was disturbing.
That is why I did not intervene. We could have stopped those soldiers ourselves easily enough. But I needed you to see, to understand that far more is at stake here than just our ecosystem or our genetic purity. We are being robbed of what makes us human, our will. I fear neither the utopians at Sanhedrin nor those Anu fanatics really understand that. If you can recognize the real nature of the threat, perhaps we can work together on stopping it.
Well, when you put it that way, it does actually sound pretty reasonable. But you also baited us into a life-or-death situation, just to prove a point. I do appreciate the reward, though. In fact, we should have more than enough for a new recruit. Okay, so we do need more food. I was afraid that might be the case. And we do have a scavenging site right nearby. Let's set up some new research, and then we'll go check that out. Ah, there we go. there's our reverse engineer project for the bulldog we just captured. Now, it may seem like it's an overall downgrade compared to the Ares that we're currently using, but it actually has a significantly higher base damage, which will make it easier for us to deal with armored targets. The only downside is it'll take over a day to finish researching, and it will destroy the only copy we have. But we do have a pretty ample supply of materials stockpiled, so that should be more than enough to outfit the entire squad. In fact, let's go ahead and reprioritize here. I think we're actually pretty good on supplies. Yeah, we'll bump New Jericho up in the queue. The sooner we get their tech, the better. Let's knock out this scavenging site. Oh, hey, we've got a level up. Okay, so Alois will grab return fire. And obviously he'll take Trooper as well. I mean, I guess it does leave him a little short on points for boosting his stats, but we should hopefully be able to make up for that once we hit level 4. Okay. These rocks in the middle of the battlefield might be a bit of an issue, but otherwise, I think we're in pretty good shape here. This building right here might actually provide us with a pretty good perch. No easy way up there, so let's scout the battlefield a little before we actually commit to that.
Moving to position.
Oh, okay. I was not expecting them to be that close. This, though, this looks promising.
Acquiring target.
Let's see how this turns out. Wow, I'm not gonna lie to you. That was a little disappointing.
I'm here.
That's fine, though. We can just take these guys out the old-fashioned way.
Standing by. Be right there. Providing overwatch.
Holding position.
Sure, why not? Ah, Mindfragger too. Don't think it's actually seen us, though. Okay, we've got at least a couple of these guys making a beeline for containers. We'll have to see if we can slow them down. That guy is neutralized. Now we should... Well, I think we really need to get a feel for the battlefield before we make any major decisions here. Oh, alright, that's actually not that bad. That guy's got a shield on us, so let's see if we can get up close.
Ready to fire.
Actually, let's take out that mind fragger first. Those things can be deceptively dangerous. There we go. Now let's get Valen covered.
Let's do this. I got this covered.
Taking aim.
All right, let's see how this goes. Oh, nice. That worked out. Oh, nice. I think that worked out too. Yeah, we trimmed off his pincer. Well, I think that worked out just about as well as it possibly could have. Let's wrap this up. We do need to be careful about the condition of our hell cannon, but I think we're fine.
I'm on the move.
I'm here. Moving to coordinates.
At this point, I think it's just that sentinel left, so we should be able to wrap this up
On the
next
move.
turn.
Ready to fire.
All I need is a clear shot. Hostile neutralized.
That actually wrapped up even faster than I thought it would. We might have time for another mission here. Okay, loot is pretty trivial, but we were here for the food, and that's what we got. Looks like we could use some time to recover, too, so let's go grab that new recruit, and then we'll head back to base. Oh, we've got some new research, too. Mist Sentinel and Pandoran Evolution. That does sound pretty important. We should probably get started on this one soon, too.
Research complete.
Fireworm Autopsy. Summary. The fireworm contains multiple chambers of various chemicals, which are mixed on detection of an enemy to cause a large incendiary explosion. The creature kills itself in the process. Genetic origins: 28% annelid, 72% unknown. Function: to inflict as much damage as possible through an incendiary explosion. Possibly a defensive mutation for Pandoran nests, but has been seen in offensive roles. Mechanism: the powerful incendiary chemical mixture is combined via several internal chambers. Mobility: surprisingly agile, with limited high jump capability. Strength: immune to fire. Weakness: relatively easy to kill, vulnerable to explosives. We've got a pretty big cluster of points of interest over here. I think that's going to have to be our next goal, before the mist starts covering them. Alright, let's grab that new assault, which does leave us in a pretty good spot. Oh, that also reminds me we do need to manufacture some equipment for them to use. Like I said, all new recruits in hero mode actually come unarmed. Okay, let's hit the pause button. I'll take a look at my waiting list, and we'll be right back. And welcome back. Once again, we welcome Ian Priest Longway to the Raiders. Let's see what we've got here. Obviously, he's a standard assault, but he's also got the Resourceful perk, as well as Sniperist, which we'll probably end up skipping. But then he's got Healer, which I think actually means he fits well with a Combat Medic, or maybe a Priest. Either one could be fitting. Anyway, we've got about 10 minutes left on the clock, so let's spend some time resting, and then we'll see if we can track down one more fight.
Construction complete.
There's our training facility.
Research complete.
New Jericho. New Jericho is a militaristic organization founded by Tobias West, the enigmatic billionaire founder of Vanadium Inc. Ideologically committed to West's values of reason and meritocracy, New Jericho valorizes human will as the foundation of freedom, and sees the Pandorans as a threat to the very core of human identity. West is said to have developed a long-term military strategy that will succeed where previous campaigns have failed. Some accuse him of having built a cult of personality around himself.
New Jericho was one man's vision, and everything depended on that one man. Before the war, Tobias West had been a billionaire, an elusive, controversial businessman who denounced war even as he profited from it. When the world fell, his empire began to rise. Some said he was a genius, a man of principle, dedicated to equality and merit, fighting to preserve the core of human freedom, our will. They said he had a plan, that he could lead us to victory. Others called him a dictator, a megalomaniac, fearful of infection and obsessed with purity. They said he was willing to do anything to win, no matter the cost. The Phoenix Project needed allies. New Jericho could help us turn the tide, but it all depended on one man.
I will admit, I do like New Jericho. If we end up forming a temporary alliance with anyone, it'll probably end up being them. Mostly just so we can get their tech. Alright, I think we're all set. Let's get these level ups taken care of, get Ian properly equipped, and then I think we'll head southeast. Okay, let's go ahead and grab Reckless. It is expensive, and it will cost us that accuracy bonus from Cautious, but we're basically just bashing everything anyway, so that extra damage could certainly come in handy. He is starting to fall behind on attributes, but we can hopefully make up for that at level 5. Oh, one thing I should also mention is, we are going to hold off on dual classing, at least until we can get our hands on those elite classes. We'll just stay focused on attributes for now. And Mark Richards. We'll grab Extreme Focus and get him up to snuff here. Okay, let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. Yeah, I think our best bet is right over here, before the mist covers all that up. Oh, you know what? We have to get another scan going. Yeah, let's get that started before we get too entrenched here. Oh, nice. Abandoned military base. Wow. That was, okay, that was definitely worth the detour. Let's head back.
The more the disciples of Anu invest into this mutation tech, the further away they will move from what New Jericho considers humanity. This is not a threat, but a statement. There is still time to look to reason, not superstition, for solutions, to seek answers in human will, instead of submission to the alien. But that time is running out.
I don't know, West. I feel like once you start seeing actual tangible results, it's not really superstition anymore. But I see where you're coming from.
This New Jericho neural tech we've been hearing about, It sounds like a pretty cool technology, really, but has anyone thought about how easily it could be abused by, I don't know, an autocratic leader with delusions of grandeur?
And Sanedrion, just throwing shade. Yeah, no comment.
I urge everyone to spend some time thinking about how the technologies we're developing should be applied. It's not the tech itself that's the problem. It's what we do with it.
I feel like that could just as easily be applied to Sanedrion's technology as it is to New Jericho. But at least this way, they're only getting mad at each other. The truck. The Manticore 1 has flown over a burned-out truck. The engine and cab appear to have caught fire, but the container section looks to be intact. A small cache of resources has been found. Well, I expected a little more out of that, but we'll take what we can get. Oh, let's get Ian equipped, before we end up walking into an ambush. In fact, maybe we should go ahead and build some extra gear in advance. Oh, wow. We've actually got more than enough to get started on our second Manticore. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that started. We can shift the queue as needed. Ah, there we go. That's exactly what we're looking for. It is nighttime, but I think we're actually at the point where we can probably handle that. Let's give it a shot. Worst case scenario, I get one or more of these guys killed. Oh wow, we've got an extremely open map this time. That means we need to hug cover until we know what we're up against. We've got a mist sentinel. Nothing to worry about unless we get close to it.
Ready for action.
Nothing in sight. It's just too dark.
Let's roll!
Oh, there we go. Looks like we've got Tritons. But they've just got standard handguns, so that's not too bad.
Moving to coordinates.
Of course, now that we know where this guy is, we can plan accordingly.
Right there.
I'm on Overwatch.
Might be overkill, but you never know.
Holding position.
That is a crabman. Make that 2 crabmen. That is unfortunate. Well, that guy didn't cooperate at all. Let's get him out from behind that rock.
Comms online. Got a visual.
There is something really satisfying about using that cloaking ability against them.
No rest for the wicked. Acquiring target.
Ooh, and we got a free handgun. Alright, let's see if we can get eyes on those Arthrons.
I got this covered.
They've already taken out the container over there, so let's see if they start heading this way. And, just to make sure our flank is covered...
Moving to coordinates.
Thank you, Mike. Interesting. Okay, so they are headed this way, but they're also being cautious about it. Let's see if we can at least make visual contact.
Got to be quick. On my way.
Ah, we've actually got 2 crabmen out in the open. That's one more crabman than expected. Alright, Eoftar. Do your thing.
Identifying target.
You know what?
Here.
Let's give Mark a shot, too.
Right there. Ready to engage.
Very nice. Okay, so that guy is done.
Overwatching.
The only one we haven't dealt with is the crabman that's still hiding in that building.
Moving to position. I'm on Overwatch.
Huh, interesting. He didn't even attack us. Looks like we don't really have a good angle here.
I'm ready. Preparing to fire.
Let's see if we can take that wall out. That would give us more options. Well, that's certainly not going to do it. Let's just try going around it. One space short. That is annoying.
I'm here.
And even shorter.
Gotta keep going. Identifying target.
Lovely.
On the move.
I think that just leaves the Sentinel, so let's move up and take that thing out.
I'm on the move. Zooming in.
Heading out. Targeting. One less to worry about.
Oh, shoot. Okay. We do actually have more enemies around here somewhere. Looks like I got a little ahead of myself.
I'm on my way.
I feel like we've got this building locked down, so it's gotta be one of those two. Well, that's just weird.
5 by 5.
Whatever's out there isn't moving.
Moving to coordinates. Double time. Standing by.
Oh, hold on. Guess we just outpaced the reinforcements is all.
I know how to.
And we are done. Got a little weird there at the end, but we made it through. Wow. Didn't get much in the way of resources, but we walked away with a lot of ammo. Not bad. Alright, folks. We're past the 50-minute mark at this point, so I think that brings us to a pretty good stopping point for now. But I think we've made some pretty solid progress. We met new Jericho, we picked up 2 new recruits, and we're on the cusp of some pretty major equipment upgrades. We'll hit the pause button for now, but we'll pick up here next time as we continue exploring this little corner of the world. And I think it might be time for us to start looking into that special Phoenix project as well. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Phoenix Point, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official YouTube channel, the official Discord server, the official Facebook page, the official Twitter feed, or the original crowdfunding campaign over on Fig. As always, links are in the description.